Welcome to another Smoke and Chat video. We are going to be smoking out of the lemon, the OG. I have so many videos of me smoking out of a lemon at this point. But yeah, I only have tiny tack left. This is a leaf, YouTube, that I pulled from a tree outside. And it's only a small leaf that I pulled. This is all I have left. Okay. The title of this video is Living Life Aimlessly. Or I might title it The Secret to Enjoying Life. Or I might just title it Living an Aimless Life Might Just Be How to Enjoy It. So, as you know, on this channel, we like to talk about concepts and ideas, and we like to actually implement them. We like to actually apply them to our lives, just to kind of get more insight, because we like concepts, we like information that works. That's how we know it's true, because it works. You know what I'm saying? There's lots of shit that feels good and sounds good, but until you actually apply it and try it in your actual life, you're not gonna know if it's just some feel good bullshit or if it's actually true. So I want to make a video about this, even though I have not tried it yet. It's just a little theory that I have, and I honestly feel guided to try it. It also kind of reminds me of the book The Surrender Experiment. I didn't read the full book, I didn't finish it yet, but briefly, that book is just about like a guy who's just decided to surrender his fucking life. Like he gave up his personal preference. He surrendered his personal preference. He said, I don't have any personal preference. However, shit is. And so when you're not being guided by your preference, right? You're not being guided by your ego. So when your ego is out of the way, something more deeper from within you could actually guide you. You could actually hear the whispers of your soul, or your intuition, or of God, or, you know, whatever. All the same thing. Your higher self, whatever, same shit. We're all pointing to the same thing when we say these words at the end of the day. So he tried that little experiment, and like, you know, crazy things started happening in his life in just very clever, miraculous ways. This is kind of like that, but not really. But if you want to kind of hop on this experiment with me, then like read that book for more context, I guess. But really, what I mean by like living life aimlessly is kind of like what he did in that book when he let go of his personal preferences. You're kind of living life aimlessly at that point, because it's like you're not aiming for anything, because there's nothing that you prefer, there's nothing that you want, there's nothing that you desire. So it's essentially living a life without desiring, living a life without wanting, living a life without preferences or aims, like aspirations, dreams, goals. One of my shorts that I made a short explaining like how to live a life without really needing to desire anything. And it was pretty much just like a little life hack of like, you could just, as long as you're participating type shit, you're gonna end up getting shit that's desirable. You know what I'm saying? Without actually having to go through the process of desiring it and not having it. You know what I mean? As long as you're just participating in the right way, you're planting good seeds, you're riding the wave, you're staying above the current, you're keeping up with the astrology, then you're going to end up getting, you know, those fruits of those seeds that you planted. So living life aimlessly is kind of like that. It's kind of like living by that life hack. Like just interacting with life, like doing shit like for no point at all, like just because you're curious about it, or you're interested in it, or and this might not be everyone's path. Some people's path might need to stop being so goddamn aimless and be more direct, have more conviction, take more control of their life. Everyone's journey is different. If you feel guided to click on this video, then 9 times out of 10 you probably needed to hear this. This is probably relevant to you. If you're watching this, but just keep in mind, just putting it out there, that it's definitely not going to be relevant for everyone, because everyone's journey is different. But just to put good energy on this video and the universe, this video is going to reach those people that's aligned to it, because again, like, this isn't really a general video. Like, this is definitely a video that's just going to resonate with some people, not everybody. So I'm just going to set the intention now that this video reaches those some people, okay? Those people that fall in this category that this video is actually going to be relevant for and help. All right. Release down. So, yeah, it's like living by that life hack. Just like living without participating. Living without desiring. Just doing shit out of curiosity. Doing shit that interests you. Doing shit like, just not like, you're not doing it for no purpose. There's no real grand purpose behind it. You're just curious, or you're just interested, or you just feel like it, or you're just in the mood. Like, there's no great goal or purpose or something that needs to be taken down and conquered, and like, there's no like big saga story or purpose or meaning and reasoning behind why you're doing it. You know what I mean? And just, interacting with life in that way, like enjoying each moment as well, fully being immersed in the moment. And it's kind of like the image that I see, like, in the of like, if I were to put this energy that I'm describing to a picture, it would look like somebody like walking and like looking down, and like they're not looking up. So they're not like looking up to see like, how much farther left do I have to go? They're not even going in a certain path. Like, they're just walking, and they're just like, my legs feel like doing this, so I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even know where their legs are taking them. They're not even looking up to look at their surroundings either. They're just so fully immersed and like looking at the floor. Like, they're like having floor sex, like with their eyes on the floor. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of see it like that, like just kind of tunnel vision when it comes to like the present moment, and like kind of treating it like, this is all I have, this is all that's here, and just being here now, just present, and just doing shit for the sake of it, and not really having any aim in life, not really having any goal in life, not really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have your 10 years mapped out, like, So, now, the second part of this video that I want to touch on is, it's not how you do it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Because I could kind of I haven't even smoked yet. Because I can kind of already, like, hear myself talking. I could already, like, think of somebody kind of thinking to themselves, like, oh, wow, like, that sounds really, like, miserable, though. At least to me. That's how it sounds to me. Like, it sounds really lame, really boring. Like, I literally used to, like, especially when I was in high school, I used to literally think, like, how the fuck do people just aimlessly live their life? Like, I have to have a goal. Like, I have to have, like, you know what I'm saying? Or else I'm just gonna feel like, life is passing me by, or I'm gonna feel like I have no reason to be here. Like, and it's not on some depression shit, 'cause I'm genuinely not sad, but it's like, why am I here though? You know what? A download just came when I said that, because it was the way I was thinking about it. Oh my gosh, I was still in that's why I was getting so confused. I was still in the Masonic template. I know this is totally irrelevant to the video. You could just skip, but like, I just want to say this real quick. Like, I was still in the Masonic template because I was like, why am I here? Why am I here? Because it's like, this whole idea of like purpose is like, we kind of think that like something bigger and greater than us kind of granted us this purpose, but that's still following the Masonic template of something outside of you created you, and they created you for a reason. They created you for a purpose. You were put on this earth for a like, what do you mean I wasn't put here? Like, I just noticed that like the reason why like I'm so like, why am I here? Why am I here? Obviously, bitch, because you fell. Like, but you was always here. You was just not in the form. Whoa, like, hold on. This is deep. This is deep. This is deep. I'm probably going to cut this part out in the video. Probably make it a second video. I don't know. But this is deep. Because I was thinking of it in a way of, like, what's my purpose? Like, I'm thinking of it in a way of, like, okay, like, when I was, before I incarnated into Earth, like, I decided to come here for a certain specific purpose, and I just don't remember because I went through the veil. Like, I was kind of like thinking of it in that kind of way, which is also still a Masonic template, because again, it's still the template of outside coming in when it's in coming out. You know what I mean? So yeah, I know how it looks like. I know it kind of looks, yeah, me saying that kind of sounds like, okay, but then like, what would be the point? Or like, that's useless and stuff like that. But it's like, kind of like, just like that moment I had, it's literally just kind of like, it's not useless because like, you were always here, just in a whole different state of being, in a whole different element, in a whole different form, in a whole different reality. But you were always here, and now you're materialized, and like, that's really the only difference. You're just in a different element, in a different state. So it's like, there was never a point. You're just here, and you always were here. So living life aimlessly and without a purpose. So I'm editing the video, and my phone cut off at this point for some reason, like right towards the end of the video. But basically all I was going to say was, the point is like, living life aimlessly is to just enjoy each moment, and to be so like immersed in what's right in front of you, and just having fun in that. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like zooming in instead of being so zoomed out and just looking at the bigger picture and trying to figure out like, what is the bigger picture, like, what is the point. And it's more so about just like zooming in and looking at the details of life, right? Like the little moments and stuff like that, and making those little moments matter more, because I feel like that's where all the meaning is. Like, all the meaning, like, what's the meaning of life, all the purpose, and all this, that, and the third. I feel like it's in those little moments. It's in the details. It's in those passing moments that really don't seem much to you, but meaning is found in those little moments. Because you were like, again, like I said in that video, there is no greater purpose to it all. You know what I'm saying? There's just small little, moments that make up for the whole, if you get what I'm saying.